There are times when you'll need someone. I will be by your side. I'll take my chances before they pass me by. Oh, darling, there is a light that shines special for you and me. You need to look at the other side. You'll agree. Darling, open your eyes. Let me show you the light. You may never find a love that's right. Darling, open your eyes. Let me show you the light. You may never find a love that's right. There are times when you'll need someone. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. How y'all doing? I am here to review Season 3, Episode 20 of Tyler Perry's comedy soap opera drama, The Oval. And y'all don't know nothing about that song I was just singing. You know I got to goof around and sing a song. Y'all don't know nothing about that Bobby Caldwell. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's Bobby Caldwell. Y'all are probably familiar with the song that the rapper Common did when Common did it for, I think his was called The Light. But that's Bobby Caldwell right there. Anyway, y'all know what I'm here for. I'm here to review Season 3, Episode 20 of Tyler Perry's soap opera drama comedy, The Oval. And the episode is titled The Vendetta. And it started off with the big face-off down in the bunker between Kyle and Sam. And so Kyle is talking all this smack. He done drew this gun on Sam. Open it up. Open the gate, Sam. Sam said, listen, I ain't opening nothing. This thing got a timer. It's going to change every 15 minutes or something like that. And he said, plus, I got to go back to the office. If you let me go and go back up to the office, which I thought was weird. And so Sam was saying that, and Kyle was like, no. And Kyle was threatening to kill him and all of this. Mentioned his wife, Priscilla. And Sam said to him, listen, I ain't got nothing to lose. I guess we just going to sit here together and die, you know. That's what it's going to be. We just going to sit here and that's it. I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to lose. So as he was saying that, he said, I'm not playing with you. He drew his gun. They both went at a standstill with their guns and all of that. And he figured out, he said, who gave you that gun? Grip? So Kyle was like, what do you mean? What do you mean Grip gave me this gun? How you figure Grip gave me this gun? Sam knew Grip gave him the gun based on the serial number. He said, how you know the serial number? He said, you forgot that the serial numbers are the last 4 digits of your social security number. So I want to know this. Why does Sam know Grip's social security number? See, my mind always take it so wait, let me get this right. The White House Secret Service agents, their social, the last 4 digits of their social is also their serial number on their gun. Okay. All right. Interesting. I mean, I understand. I'm like, why would you even know his serial number? Why would you even know his social security number is my question. So I kind of get it. Grip does work under Sam. But listen, I have people that work under me. I don't know their social security number by heart, the last 4 digits. I got to look on the paperwork when I'm doing paperwork. But you know okay, we just going to roll with it. So he says he knows that it was Grip. And I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. We also see Dell and Sharon having a conversation at Nancy and Richard's house. And Sharon is asking Dell what's going on. Did he hear from Kareem? And he said, yeah, Kareem was acting strange and weird. And he told Mr. Richard he didn't want to be bothered. And so as that was going on, here come Miss Nancy. She's cooking up dinner. She tells him, come on in here. Let's get some dinner. So we see that they're going to go get some dinner. After that, they show us the First Lady and Donald. And they continue to show that this First Lady ain't ish. This is the most evil woman ever. She goes to Donald and she's like, I'm hearing that my son is getting better. Now, you know, if he get better and come conscious, they're going to want him to testify. And then he going, no, we can't have that. So she's speaking excuse me, throat a little sore. So she's speaking, saying, listen, I'm going to need, we're going to have to talk about this. She's trying to throw hints. And Donald's like, whatever you're trying to throw at me, I'm trying to let you know I ain't doing that. So he tells her, no, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. She's like, well, whatever. She's pissed off about that. Then we see that Priscilla and Alonzo have a conversation. And he's giving Priscilla all the information that he got. And he's afraid. He's like, you sure all of this is going to work? And she says, listen, I'm working with the VP. And, I can gather all this evidence. We'll take this evidence to take them down. And as he's saying this, he said, you know what? But, I also want to mention Alonzo, because, Alonzo, whose girlfriend was screwing the president. I mean, not Alonzo, Alan, he wanted to mention Alan. He said, Alan, who's screwing the presidents, Alan, whose girlfriend, Ellie, who was screwing the president, she was killed. And Alan thinks it's some funny business. And I think he was trying to kill the president or trying to harm somebody. And she said, you know what? Give me his address, because I need to speak to him too. So she's saying she wants to speak to Alan as well, so they can gather all this evidence, take it to the VP, because I guess you can't go to the authorities, you can't go to the police with this, because the police must be under the pocket of the White House. She said, give me the evidence so we can take this all to the vice president. And the funny scene with that was Alonzo kept saying, oh, I want to get out of here before Sam gets back. She's like, later for Sam, forget Sam, because Alonzo does not know that Priscilla and Sam are separated at the moment. So he don't know nothing about that. Meanwhile, we have this really weird scene with Max, Lily, and Bobby. Max is just being a jerk, making jokes about their situation and stating, because they're undercover as two gay lovers, I guess, at this hotel or whatever. And then he's making these jokes, and Lily is really upset, and she's been hitting the booze. And she tells Bobby, she says, listen, I want to get back to my normal life, eating avocado toast and drinking tea or some foolishness and picking up the phone. Ma'am, your life was never that normal. You were dealing with, you were working in the White House. There was always some kind of tension or some kind of drama. I do get what you're saying, but you always had drama in your life. Your husband's a closeted man who was sleeping with an agent who, come on, what do you mean you want to get past this? You got to wait. You got to be patient. But, she's been throwing him back. She's been taking a few. So she was just upset. She wouldn't let Bobby hug her. Bobby tried to get her to stop drinking. She said, I ain't going to stop drinking. Screw you. And she's fed up. She wants this to be resolved. And I understand you, Lily, because that's the same way I feel about the Ragadushis with Barry's daughter. I want that issue to be resolved. But that's a whole nother topic. We ain't talking about that. Then we cut to the first lady again, and the first lady finds out that the president is at the hospital, and she is pissed off with Donald because she's like, he's at the hospital. This is making me look bad. She don't care nothing about her son, crazy Jason. She just don't want him to wake up because she don't want it to ruin her career, and she thinks that her husband is trying to show her up and make her look bad. But Donald had to explain her that's not the case, because there's no press there with him. So she's like, you know what? I got to get dressed and go down here and straighten this all out. And, so I can look good. But we know she's going down there for other reasons. She gets down there and she is talking to the president and saying, what are you doing here? You're trying to upstage me, this, that, and the third. Then she mentioned something about the nurses, because, the president is always horny and he always looking for a pretty young thing. And he'd let her know, listen, those nurses you took off this schedule, I'll put them back on the schedule. Just because this is how much power the president has. He even controls the schedules of the hospital staff. You see how that works? And so they're having that conversation. Then she finally gets him to leave, and we see her go in her bag, and I believe she did something, because next thing we know, old crazy Jason is not well. Something's going on, and the nurses rush in there, and the president is telling, and she's putting on a whole scene. Oh, what's going on? I thought you said my son was getting better. What's going on? What's going on? They're having all this fit about that, and then the president is like, what did you do, ho? He didn't say hoe, but that's what I'm saying. He's like, what did you do? What did you do? This woman, they're continuing, or should I say Tyler Perry, because I believe he is the sole writer of this show, continues to make the First Lady more and more and more and more evil. And that's just crazy. But we're going to get to my favorite part of the episode, and that was the dinner scene between Nancy, Richard, Dale, Sharon. They're sitting down, and Dale is enjoying that soul food. He said, the food is so good, Miss Nancy. She's like, oh, thank you, whatever. And he said, how long can we stay here? And they tell him, well, she said he was worried about how long this is going to stay. He said, it's going to take a while to get these things finished. He said, no, the problem is Barry. We want to know how long it's going to, because we're worried about Barry. As they say that, in walks Barry, and he came in there. I'm sorry. I said, damn, what is he, 5 years old? What? Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Ma. Sorry, Sharon. So not only does he not have a job, he always bringing women up in this house. He ain't paying no bills. He ain't got no respect. Now he acting like a 5-year-old. And as I said that, shortly after I said that in my head, like, why is he talking like that? Richard laughed and said, oh, he came in here like a 5-year-old. But now here's the thing. Miss Nancy told him, go wash your hands and so we could have dinner. I said, damn, you had to tell a grown man to go wash his hands? Now go wash your hands and get ready for dinner. I was like, oh my God. Ridiculous. But I laughed at that. But that's not the best part. My favorite part was, then we hear a knock at the door. It's Kareem, who I still don't like. I don't like his character for some reason. We see Kareem come in there, and Barry just finished washing his hands. Now he coming in here to get some. He stopped. He saw Kareem. He said, what the? What is this? Oh, hell no. F this and that. He's apologized. He went from I apologize to what? Burn the place down. He was going crazy. And Richard was like, you just apologized. I don't give a about that. Y'all don't lose your mind. What's wrong with y'all? Barry does everything in that same, where's my daughter? He might as well have said, where's my daughter? I want him to say that because he says everything when he gets mad. He says everything in the same tone. It was the same, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? So I don't know why he didn't, it was ridiculous. I don't know why. But I laughed, and then we seen Richard grab him and I guess take him out. But I was like, dang, that temper, he just goes from 0 to 100 like really, really quick. Then we also saw Alonzo having a conversation with Alan, telling Alan, what were you trying to do? I saw you on camera. What's wrong with you? You could be arrested, this, that, and the third. And as they're having that conversation, there's a knock on the door, and it's Priscilla. So he said, yeah, I meant to tell you Priscilla was coming over here. And Priscilla's asking him questions, and she says, I thought this was funny. She says to Alan, I'm investigating. And Alan said, you're a cook. And I thought that was funny because, he don't know that she's an undercover cook, though. She got some other things going on. So they're going to gather their information and get things together and things like that. But we go back to the Oval. We are in the Oval. We go back to the bunker down below and the standoff between Sam and Kyle. And they're having their conversation, and Kyle played him. Oh, I'm sick of this. I'm just sick of this. Now we know he got 2 guns, but he gives one of his guns to Sam. He gives the gun to Sam, like, and I'm sick of this, and can you heat up my food? And Sam was like, no, not until you tell me what I want, this, that, and the third. And when Sam turns his back to leave, Kyle pulls out that other gun, pops him, put the cap in that ass. Sam is down on the floor now. It's not funny. I'm sure I shouldn't have laughed at that, right? Sam is down on the ground, and I don't think he's shot, but we got to see what's going to happen next week. And then, of course, we saw what the First Lady did, and that's how it ends. So we got to see what happens next week. How many episodes does this show have for the season? Because that was episode 20. Are they doing 26 or something like that? I don't know. I was entertained. I will say I was entertained. We're getting some action here. I want a little more action, but I was entertained. I was very entertained. Oh, I'm leaving something out. Let me go back real quick. When Donald was having this conversation with the first lady, did you catch what he said? He said that he knows where Lily is. That she's at the same hotel that the president was, him and the first lady was at. He said because the dumb vice president, his biggest donor is that hotel owner. I was like, okay, what a way to tie it in. So he knows where they are. So can he strike at any minute? Like, this is all, I don't know, interesting. But yeah, I caught that and I was like, But that's all I got. Y'all tell me your thoughts on this episode. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all when? In the next video.